Prevailing wage helps the contractors understand what they are required to pay to their employees on the city jobs.
Under the updated prevailing wage ordinance, we're able to ensure an accurate bidding process. An accurate bidding process protects the city by preventing underskilled and underpaid workers working on city projects.
So by enforcing prevailing wage requirements for the city, we make sure that every worker out there is getting paid the correct wages in accordance to the law.
My role is to oversee the enforcement of the prevailing wage law. It prescribes that certain trades and service people will be paid what is called the prevailing wage. If you're on Denver property and you have a capital construction project, you're subject to prevailing wage. If you're using Denver dollars, you're subject to prevailing wage. What those wages are is something that we get from the federal government, from the U.S. Department of Labor. Contractors are required to submit their payroll to us through a system called LCP Tracker. What we are able to do is really kind of audit every payroll that comes through to make sure that the people are being paid what they should be being paid. Then we will go out to the job sites and actually talk to people to make sure that they're being paid for the kind of work that they're doing. The reason you have a prevailing wage is so that when you have these capital construction projects, that you couldn't get a company from another state to come in and underbid the Denver market and take business away from the Denver market. There will be hundreds of projects. The National Western Center, $800 million. New runway at the airport, $1 billion, $1.5 billion. The Great Hall at the airport, another $1.5 billion. Upgrading and adding gates, to the terminals, that's another $1 billion. The Convention Center, $255 million.
As more and more money is spent on Denver projects, it's important to keep the ordinance up to date and relevant.
When I took office, in looking at the actual code, it was confusing, it was dated, it presumed things that were not going on in the city and county of Denver anymore. And what we did was we got together a group of tradespeople, contractors, and others, and made a lot of changes to it that really brought it up into the 21st century. If a contractor doesn't agree with the determination that my office makes, there's an administrative review process that they can go through. It doesn't cost them anything. Prior to this change in the law, the only appeal they had would be to go to court, and that can be an expensive process. It's just another way that we're trying to watch out for the taxpayer dollars, make sure that things are running as efficiently and as effectively as possible. Well, thank you for watching this episode of Ask the Auditor. If you have a question about your government and you'd like to ask the auditor, submit your question to auditor@denvergov.org. And maybe next episode of Ask the Auditor, we'll answer your question.